Hello, hi, this is Christine Crowle here. So thank you and welcome to another live session today. And today is about 5 steps to recession-proof your healthcare business for 2025. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to be delving straight into it. So hope you got your pen and paper and let's go for it. So, is your healthcare business ready to face any challenges head on? Are you able to face it head on? Can you say right now that you can face any challenges head on if it was to hit your business right now? So tonight, I'm going to show you some 5 proven steps to help you to recession-proof your business as much as possible. Healthcare businesses, and also to ensure that you thrive even through the toughest of times. I'd love for you to make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on business recovery strategies. So I'm going to go into it now. So if you are relying on one single source of income, it's very risky during a difficult time, because that's when it's like the domino effect. You know, things are going well and then something happens in that particular organization that you rely on as a big, massive income. You know, you imagine that you've got a company that is giving you invoices that are like 200,000-300,000 a year, for example, and they are your main client. What would you do if it was to stop? Now, it can stop for a number of reasons. I hope that you can hear me, okay? It can stop for a number of reasons. It could be that there's another provider that is offering something that's cheaper than what you're offering. So can you imagine how you would feel if that was to happen to you, for example? Or another option is that the organization just goes out of business. They just stop for whatever reason. Okay, they stop because they can't continue to carry on, or they stop using you, because especially if you're supplying care homes, for example, you could start to see a real effect on what you've got coming in. And let me explain the reasons why. Is because, yes, we've got sponsorship going on, and that the sponsors, it's going to take some time for them to adjust, for example, but it can affect your business. I'm going to be upfront, and it can affect your business. This is a risk to your business. So grab yourself your tea and coffee, and I'm going to go through this, because if you're relying on one single source, then your business is in jeopardy, and you need to look at this as a matter of priority tomorrow. This is urgent, for example. So like I said, if you've got a group of care homes, if you're a healthcare provider and nursing agency, and you're providing staff there, what happens if there's a situation for them whereby the budget that's just come out October the 30th, for example, 2024, Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer, for example, the Prime Minister, the impact to the care home, they could be affected, which then in turn is going to come back on you, where they will say, we cannot afford to use you. We're going to have to push more for our sponsor candidates, for example. Serious directors, if you really are just relying on one thing and you've got all your eggs in one basket, like what happened to me, I had all my eggs in one basket, it will affect your business. You cannot rely on just one organization giving you business, because it's going to be a domino effect. Yeah, so that care home or that group of care home may now be making a decision to say to you, look, come April, we're not going to be able to use you. And what would that do to your business? And I don't want to say things like this, but I have to be upfront with you and be on the ball with you as a coach, as a mentor. You know, I've been in healthcare now for 35 years, been in business for 40 years. I've had many businesses, and I've gone through the recession. Well, we've been through 2 recessions actually, but I'm referring to the recession in 2008, where I had large government contracts, and I thought I was safe. And 3 years down the line, the contract was for 5 years. 3 years down the line, it was, we're not using you anymore unless you cut your price down by half. Could you survive under those circumstances if that happened to you with a care home, for example? You can have another organization that will go in at that price because they can afford to, because they work on volume. They can afford to sit out and wait because they've got this income that they've saved, for example, to weather the storm. So they can be low and they can beat you because they've had that money saved. So care providers, please look into this. I know some of you are only using care homes, and yes, it's great that you've got that, but you've got to diversify. If you want to survive, you've got to diversify, because nothing is set in stone. Your contract with a care home, they're not going to say, oh, you've got this contract for 5 years with us at this rate. If you do, then that's great, wonderful. However, if there's a recession, they've got wiggle room in their contract to turn around and say to you, we cannot continue at this price. So either you reduce your price or we find someone else. And this is going to start come April. What would you do in this situation? And I have to be upfront with you to say that this could be a possibility for your organization. And this is why today I'm talking to you, because I'm spending time, because I don't want you to go through what I went through. It's very scary when these things happen, but if you can act quicker and have things in place, then you've got that security, that safety net, for example. Okay, so let's continue. So like I said, the example is you've got one client and you've added, say, a 30% increase on the revenue. So try and get some more private paid clients, because that will increase your turnover, so that if and when you do get hit, because it could happen, not saying to all of you, but it could happen to 1 or 2 of you, for example. I say 1 or 2, but you know what I mean. But you've got to have other things in place. Like, for example, try and get private paid clients. Another one is that you get subcontracting under your belt. That's your safety nets. You've got all these different income streams that's going to create a safety net for if and when this happens to you. Okay? So you want to optimize what you're paying out for. And I've mentioned this before. It's got to be key. You've got to do this. And you've got to start looking at it now. You can't be thinking, oh, I don't want to do that because I like that person. Oh, you know, I don't like making people go out of work. But what are you meant to do? Unless you put them as part-time. But what will that do for your business during this difficult time? I mentioned to you about looking at virtual assistants. We do a virtual assistant agency, but also you can do young apprentices. They're in your location, and it's £7.55 an hour come April, for example. And they're very good. The young persons are very good. There's some that aren't so good and some that are good. Just the same with everybody else. It's different age groups. You can't just say because someone's young that they're going to be, you know, going off all the time, because it happens in all age groups as well. So be mindful of that as well. You want to also make sure that the virtual assistants that you use understand about GDPR, because some of them don't. Okay, they don't understand, especially with healthcare. It's not like you're doing social media, and even with your social media, you've still got to be careful about what's being said, because GDPR again can be affected. So please be careful, because you don't want to lose the people, the clients that you've got, because they've seen something that is not appropriate. Okay, so like I said, virtual assistants that are GDPR, HIPAA compliant, that have been through training. We do 8 weeks of training. We cover HIPAA, we cover GDPR. We also get them to sign a confidentiality agreement as well. We really are very strict on that, because it's so important that we have people's information protected. So, like I said, they cost less. They cost less than in-house staff and help streamline your operations. But like I said, use an agency, not a freelance, because you've got more security, got more to go back on when you use an agency. You need to implement a crisis fund, and you need to implement this today. You need to open up a bank account, your business bank account, and you need to have a separate bank account that says crisis fund. And each month you need to put money into that crisis fund. And you want to aim to save for 3 to 6 months worth of operations, procedures, expenses, etc. This is a non-negotiable. You really do need to do this now in order for you to survive, so that if and when you do get hit by the recession or inflation, for example, because it is hitting a lot of people, businesses, for example, then you need to have that safety net so that you can ride the storm. Another thing that you need to think of is you need to invest in digital marketing and SEO. Digital marketing and SEO is amazing. AI is amazing. And the AI works all around the clock for you. They're watching out, they're answering messages, they're being quick. Rather than waiting till the person starts the following day and there's a message that's been there for the whole weekend, for example, because they don't work weekends, you could have missed out on a client that you could have picked up on. So look at AI. I've got a video here where I talked about it earlier, and I'm going to go more into AI and also healthcare technology that you need to be aware of. Like I said, an organization that I'm going to be working with in the new year have asked me to help them with that. And this is why I'm talking to you now about it, so that I can give as much as I possibly can before, you know, I start working with this particular large organization. This is the reason why I've also asked for coaches to come on board, so that I can also train the coaches so they can do the things that I do. I want to leave a legacy, and I want the coaches to be able to leave a legacy and have their own business as well, but being taught correctly as well. Look, I'm here to make my clients independent and to rely on their own energy that comes from within, because I can give you the information, but you've got to use it, you've got to put it into action in order for it to work. Otherwise it's not going to work. You can't have it all one-sided and yet you're not putting anything in there. We got to collaborate and work together. This is what 2025 is about, directors, is collaborations, communication, and being respectful to one another. We need to remember that. Okay, so like I said, open up a bank account so that you're implementing a crisis fund. So with a view to you having 3 to 6 months worth of savings for your operational costs, so that if you do get hit by a client pulling out, then it's not going to affect you. Please do what I'm asking, because I wish I had this information when I needed it in 2008. So another one is, like I said, you've got to invest in digital marketing and SEO. AI, there's Google ads that you can do as well. And the Business Recovery Bootcamp, I do talk about this, about how you can monetize and get clients through this SEO and Google ads and social media marketing, because it does work. But you want to make sure that it's high quality leads. You see, there's people out there that will say, we'll get you these leads, for example, but what quality are they? They need to be good quality. They need to be vetted. They need to be qualified. So an example is a client of mine who implemented an SEO strategy, and they were able to gain 20 new clients, private paid clients, for example. And this is something which you can start implementing as well. So, like I said, leverage technology and AI. You need that because your company needs to move with the future. You need to be the future now, not wait till you think that it's going to be the right time, because the right time is now for you. So tools like AI, scheduling software, telehealth platforms, automation tools can also increase your efficiency and reduce your costs. It will reduce your costs by probably by half. And that's your savings money again that you could use for your crisis fund. Listen, directors, you've got to be willing to work hard in the next 3 to 6 months to get this implemented. Just like the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, they have their training in preparation for if and when they go into battle, so that they are fit, they're ready, they kind of know what to expect. You know already that there's going to be inflation that's going to start in April. Well, it's already started. I can't even say it's going to start April, but it started around the world. You see it. Food is more. It's expensive. It's gone up. Yeah, is that what you're seeing? Because, everyone else is seeing this as well. So you can see the signs are already there. You're seeing signs where big organizations, they're closing down because of the inflation. They feel they can't continue. And the banks aren't going to bail them out like they used to do because they've given too much money during COVID. So it's gone. So that pot is gone. So you got to create your own pot so that you can survive during difficult times in your business. So I'm going to explain to you about the leverage in the telehealth technology, for example. Right? There's the AI scheduling software, telehealth platforms, automation tools can increase your efficiency. There's also this robot, and it is called, there's quite a few of them. And these robots, they are saving a 40% increase. Can you see why the NHS are really pushing for robots, healthcare technology? Because they know that there's an issue and that they're going to struggle if it's not dealt with now. You're seeing around the world that nurses, doctors, people are going on strike, aren't they? Rightfully so, and they should do. But there's a lot of signs out there. So the government, they're really working towards remote patient monitoring systems. Yes, there's going to be security, the data protection and the privacy and things like that is going to be met, for example, but we've got to really start looking at how we can fit in as an organization so that we can meet the needs of the future, which is remote patient monitoring. The government is already going on about it. In the budget, they're saying they want to use a lot of the money to help pay for this. And they have been already. I still don't know what's happened in this 22 billion black hole in the UK. I can't understand how, that money is, I don't know where it's gone, for example. But this is happening worldwide. It's not just the UK, it's worldwide. Things are increasing. So you've got to really look at bulletproofing your business so that you know that when the time comes, your company will be revolutionized. You'll be able to help the healthcare organizations to save money as well by being efficient as well, because you'll be able to jump in and help in that way. There's new positions available to do with telehealth care, for example. So what is it can you offer as a care provider that is to do with telehealth care? There's lots. I can reel them off the top of my head, but I'm not going to, because I want to save that for the boot camp. I want you to think about, as a priority though, is you creating a crisis fund where you're starting to save at least 5-10% of your turnover in your business to go into this crisis fund as well. I would love for you to book a free 15-minute appointment with me so that I can talk to you further about that business recovery and what things you can implement to get additional income streams. You notice I'm doing all these different things. I'm trying to show you things that you will enjoy doing. There's no point just doing things for the sake of it if you don't enjoy doing it. So I'm trying to introduce to you on my YouTube channel all the different things that you could be doing to earn extra income, because we never know when we're going to need it. So it's good to have that as well. So, but what I'd like for you to do is to book a free 15-minute appointment with me. Also, I'd love for you to join the December 27th, 28th mini boot camp on business recovery, because I'm going to be covering things that you need to do as a business owner in case the unexpected was to happen, in case the challenge was to hit you. Then how would you cope? What would you do? How would you survive? So don't get left behind. You want to be in the future, and you want to be able to provide such a standard of excellence that you are world class at what you do, but also you're with the times. Look at the telehealth, check it out for yourself. Just type in robots, healthcare robots. They're already in America, and they're in the UK, it's just you probably haven't seen them yet. You know, and I do see that they are of benefit if it's in the right content. And that's my point. I mentioned yesterday about, you know, what happened with my brother, my twin brother. That was not in the right content. So I hope that that was helpful for you, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say about AI, what you have to say about healthcare technology, what you have to say about implementing a crisis fund. Have you done that yet? Are you thinking of doing that? How much of a percentage will you be saving? And will you be looking to recruit young persons, young adults, you know, the 16 to 24-year-olds, for example, 16 to 18-year-olds? Will you be looking at that, where it's going to save you money, for example, but also will you be also doing a staff audit on your staff members that you currently got in your office? And I don't mean this in a horrible way, I'm just being upfront. You know, you can see there's jobs losses happening everywhere, but you can't let your ship go down for the sake of you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, because you know that's something that your legacy is impacted on that way. So you have to think about the company and put the company's needs first. What is right for the company at this time? You're going through possibly a difficult patch that's going to be coming up, so you need to face that patch now and create a plan of action, create a crisis plan, create a business recovery plan, create a damage limitation plan. You don't want to wait for the damage to hit you. You got to do it now. Create a crisis fund so that you're protected if and when you do get hit. So I hope that was helpful for you. I'm sorry to keep droning on about this, and we've really got to take things seriously, because you're seeing it in the news. There's things happening all around the world. Nurses, doctors are on strike, understandably so. They were on strike when I was in America, visiting, you know, my brother, my twin brother, for example. It's happening, but you've got to look and focus and keep focused on you and your business, and do what is right for your business, because no one else is going to do it for you. No one else. Believe me, no one else will do it for you. Only you can do this. And you can do it. You can make it happen. You can make your business even stronger. And you know what's so good about this is that you're small to medium sized organization. So you're in a very, very strong position because you are flexible. You don't have like 100 directors that you have to answer to, and the directors are at risk of losing their bonuses, their wages, you know, that type of thing. You're a small business, so you've got a wonderful opportunity to grow and develop through this hard time, because you can overcome this. Then you know that your business is going to just fly. It's just going to take off. But like I said a few days ago, that the big billionaire organizations like the Warren Buffetts, for example, they're going to be taking advantage of this situation. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. They're just business people. So they're going to be looking at what they can swoop up. They're looking from above and they're looking down and they're scanning. They've already been working on this months ago. This is not new to them. It's been talked about for months. But you've got a chance. You've got 4 months to get your act together. Directors, you can do this. This is an opportunity for you. Don't see it as a challenge. You see it as an opportunity, and you will grow from it because you will be ahead of the game. If you leave it until April, then you suddenly see all these things happening, then you'll be like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? It's too late. You need to do it now, and you need to work on your crisis plan. You know, you've got time to do it. You could even be working on it at the weekend. Just a couple of hours, Saturday and Sunday. If you're allowed to, that is. But you've got to think about, okay, if I can't do it Saturday and Sunday, when are you going to work on it? You need to work on it then in the week. Either you do it in the morning or you do it in the evening. Like I always do my things that I need to do for me. I do it before 9 o'clock, before I start my day, so that I've inputted and poured into myself so that I can pour into others. And you need to do the same, if you're able to, that is. But you are really in a really good, strong position, directors. If you act now and you act on the recession-proof strategies that I'm sharing with you, then you will be in a very strong position come April next year. It's not going to you won't bat an eyelid because you're prepared. There's no shock to you. You just look around, you'll see that there's big companies that are going out of business. Look at the high street stores. They're going out of business. Look at the banks. They're closing. The high street banks, for example. Look at there's all the different things that we get on the street, for example. Usually, these stores are closing down. Post offices, you know, that people are starting to lose the local places that they can go to. They're cutting down on so many things. So they must be a second or third strategy that's going to bring in cash. Otherwise you end up like the stores where they're closing down, for example, on the high street. You've got to have other income streams that are related to what you're doing, or do something else that's going to create a safety net. So I just wanted to share this video with you and talk to you about how you can help improve your company's finances by creating a recession plan, by you creating a crisis fund, because that is something that you need to work on. And I'm here as well to show you. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's training, because as CEOs, it's something that you need to be looking at. And business owners, whatever size you are, you still need to do this so that you're not caught unaware. And if you are seeing a problem, then you've got to look at what can I do so that I don't end up in this situation. You can look at what you can do now, because then by that time it would have worked before April comes. Things, sometimes it takes about 3 months to kick in. So you've got to start it now. And that's why I'm showing you all these different types of videos. I'm not showing you for no reason, because I just want to share it with you. I'm sharing it with you because I know it can help your mindset, because you're going to need that. You're going to need that stamina. It will help your health set, because you're going to need to be healthy. It will help your mind so that you can focus and be more productive, so that you can work strongly on your business. And also, it's about eating healthy. But I also show you things which you can make money on as well by selling things, i.e. jams. I'm just saying this off, from my trainings and what I've done previously. There's also bath bombs. There's so many things that you can do as a sideline to help bring in extra revenue at this time, so that you're not just struggling, you're above, you're doing well. That's what you want to do. And you can do it from home. That's what's so wonderful about it. You don't have to go and get an office somewhere. You can do all of this from home. There's so many platforms like Amazon. There's just so many. It's huge. So there's no reason why you can't create that extra additional income stream to help you for when that inflation does hit you. I believe the inflation is here anyway. It's already here. So start working on what you can do from home, for example, or in your business to cut back so that you've got that extra income, or you create an extra income stream. Those are the two angles that you can do. So I hope that was helpful to you, directors, and I'm looking forward to coming here live tomorrow. Do like and subscribe if you've enjoyed today's training, as well as making you aware, because I want to raise your awareness and I want you to think about what I'm saying so that you're there to be able to take action with it, just like with what a lot of big companies are doing right now that aren't going out of business, for example. So thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Do comment, let me know which thing resonated with you the most and what you're going to be implementing in your business so that you are strong, so that you are a Navy SEAL. That's what I want to see for you. We got to get strong mentally, physically healthy if we can, for example, and push forward with our goals in our business. I hope that you'll be able to join me when I'm doing my walks. You do your walks as well. Start looking out and see where you can go for walks, just to get some clarity. And it gives you new sense of ideas as well. And it really does help. So have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed Sunday, everyone. And I look forward to you all, speaking with you all soon. And I'll be coming here live again tomorrow, but there'll be some more video uploads as well. Things that I feel that will benefit you, but also please do comment and let me know what videos you want to see so that I can help you in answering those questions. So just do a comment and say, Christine, can you do a video about this? Or Christine, you did a video about this, could you give me a bit more information? And I can do a live demonstration as well so that you can see it. I will, like at the weekends, I'm doing cooking, I'm doing I'm going to be making soaps because I know that it's like gift time, etc. Soaps, bath bombs, etc. All these things that people like during the holiday period as well. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful, blessed day, everyone. And I will see you on the internet. Take care. Thank you. Bye.